We've had steel mills in the flats here for almost 100 years, and no one has looked at the health effects to the people living in these neighborhoods. We have, within a 5-mile radius, almost 400,000 people living near the steel mills. We have about 50% of the schools in Cleveland within a 5-mile radius. You know, this is a big problem and no one has looked at it till now. So this is a historic event and I'm glad to be part of it.
My name is Laurel Hopwood. I'm here tonight standing in the shoes of a registered nurse. In my 34 years of experience, the amount of situations that haunt me I could count on one hand. One of them I'd like to share with you. It's an experience of a young child coming into the emergency room with an acute asthmatic attack. Her eyes are bulging out. It looks like they're falling out of the sockets. Her face is beet red. Her respiratory rate is tripled. And the look on her face I will never ever forget. It still haunts me.
All these diseases that Dr. Fagan and the other ladies talked about, they're preventable. If it's preventable, it's not acceptable. I had cancer. Trust me, prevention is better than treatment. Thank you.
I also have an 18-month-old and a 9-day-old at home, which, while I'm concerned about my own health, these stories, Dr. Fagan's stats, really just kind of fill me with a lot of fear for them. I don't generally overreact to things or get emotional about them, but the idea that I could, because of where I live, be causing my children harm is, as one of the earlier people said, kind of unacceptable.
You know, I believe that there's hope. I didn't invest in my home and my business so that I could move to the suburbs and leave the diversity that, you know, I live in. I would like to breathe clean air. I would like to stay in Tremont. I would like to stay in Cleveland, Ohio. And I believe it's up to Mittal Steel to help me get where I need to be and to help all of you here and the rest of the neighbors in Tremont.
Good evening, my name is Jeff Buster. I think that the employment issue is actually spun 180 degrees because since this is a air quality area which is under non-attainment, companies like Toyota and Honda site their factories in Alabama and Mississippi rather than in Cleveland. If Mittal shut down tomorrow and that huge pollution load came off of our county, you would in fact find many more employers who could locate here because our air quality would have improved.
Mike Rubitz, I'm a retired steel worker. I spent 28 years, not at this mill, but at another mill. And I don't see the effort to try and clean up the air as something bad, something good. Workers at the mill benefit, first of all, from that. You know, I've spent the last 20 years, I went through 3 bankruptcies in the mill where I worked, and we fought very hard to keep our plant there. And I have no problem doing that because I think the steel industry is an important employer. But it should be cleaned up. There's no reason why the community has to suffer. Mittal has the money, Mittal has the wherewithal to do a much better job. I think somebody talked about them being an example for other steel industries. That's the way they should be. Since they're the largest steel maker in the world, they should be one of the cleanest in the steel world.
The neighbors of Mittal Steel have a right to live in a neighborhood free of pollution and to be free of the fear of exposure to unknown hazards from that steel mill next door. Thank you.